We are here in Arbroath as Accies look to continue their good run under Stuart Taylor. Team lineups are out. It is interesting. A few talking points. David Moyle not included in the squad at all. Don't know if he's picked up an injury. Vertanen also not included. I'm assuming that comes after the knock with Sean Want. Sean Want, however, is on the bench. Again, it highlights our need for a striker. David Moyle not included in the squad, so we don't have another striker on the bench, unless they plan on playing Monroe up there, which I don't think we should. So let's hope Andy Ryan doesn't get a knock. Expecting a really good support for the Accies fans today. This is a good away day, so let's hope they get it. Let's hope we get the win. Well, I was just about to say it was 0-0 at half time, and it's a very scrappy game, and then Arbroath scored pretty much on the half-time whistle. It's just a cross into the box, and Fulton doesn't collect it. Falls to the Arbroath player who taps it home. It's been a very, very scrappy half. I'd say there's been one good chance for each side. That one for Arbroath, and then Marley Redfern had a real acrobatic effort come off the bar or come off the post to stay out. But it's been a very scrappy game and nothing in it. Bar the goal, and it's really disappointing at the time it's came. We're just not playing well at all. We're lumping long balls up to Andy Ryan. This is ironically the game we need David Moyle in. He's not available, so let's just hope it changes in the second half, because we need big changes. No striking option on the bench, no forward option on the bench other than Lewis Smith. Just shows kind of the lack of depth in the squad, especially in the forward area, so let's hope that changes. Full time here, Accies 0, Arbroath 4. The second half from hell for Accies. We were absolutely outfought, outmuscled and outplayed every single part of that pitch. So much so that Brian Easton came over. Brian Easton kind of waved his apologies to the fans at the end. Really, really not good enough. Reminiscent of the Brian Rice, in Annan and Stranraer games. That was comfortably beaten by a part-time team, and no disrespect to Arbroath, they deserved the win, but we were absolutely shocking today. Long balls forced over the top to Andy Ryan, who was getting nothing from them all day, nor were we expected to. That was so poor from us, and the fans quite rightly so making their voices heard to Stan and to the players at the end. That was absolutely shocking, and I do expect an apology from the players or from Stuart Taylor after the game. Just about to go do the press conference here, because that was not good enough today. Really, really not good. I think we're sitting third bottom of the table now. That's shocking, really, really shocking, and I applaud the fans for standing up and making their voice heard about how that's not good enough. We don't accept that, so shocking, really, really bad.
I don't know where to start. First 5-10 minutes was okay. First half was pretty scrappy, and then before half time, which I think kind of changes it, but no excuses, it wasn't good enough today. Peachy first half, there was nothing in it, it was a very scrappy game, but we got 1-0 down, and what we can't then do is what we've done in the second half, is concede another 2 or 3 goals. That's just nowhere near good enough. We concede one, we need to be strong, we need to stick together, make it hard for our teams to score, which I don't think we've done today. It's the first defeat under the manager. As I said previously, I'm not going to stand here and kid yourselves or the supporters on it. It's nowhere near good enough. But it's first defeat under the new gaffer. We'll win tomorrow morning, we'll look over the game. It's important that we get a good week's training and look forward to next week.
Yeah, first half we were comfortable in the game, kind of bedded ourselves in okay, not great, but it's a very tough place to come in, and I said that in the press conference last week. It's going to be one of the most difficult games we'll have this season, and it panned out that way. First half wasn't much in it. We got an opportunity to hit the bar, but we made a mistake before half time, and they punished it for us. So that's very much Arbroath and how they are, and they're an experienced side, and coming out second half, we'll look to get back in the game, and they got us with a second goal. The red card happened, and it's not how we lost the game. We didn't lose the game because the red card. We lost the game because of how we played and how we went about things. Simple as that. But it's a learning process. The lads, I'm sure, will learn from it. I know they will learn from it. We've got a good bunch in there, and as from training tomorrow morning, we'll review it today, and we'll look over it, and we'll learn the lessons from it. So I'm not putting anything down to whether it was a red card, whether it wasn't a red card's a different thing. I know their reaction on the bench turned around and said it was never a red card, and whether I agree with them or not, is irrelevant, because I'm not going to put it down saying that we lost the game because of the red card. It is what it is. Whether we appeal, it's a different thing. Yeah, I speak about the process, and the process wasn't right today.
David Moyle missing the squad, is that something to worry about for Accies fans?
Well, it's always worrying when someone misses the game through injury, and he was just feeling a little bit on after Wednesday's session, and he missed Thursday and Friday. Not going to take a chance on MD. Somebody's feeling it when they miss out, and we go with what we've got. So hopefully he'll be fine over the next couple of days, and he'll be back for next week.
Him missing again did highlight how lightweight we are up front, needing a striker. I know the window's shut, but I believe we can still go after loans and free agents. Is that something that we're exploring? Yeah,
as I said to you before, we'll always be actively looking to see how we can improve the team, how we can improve the squad, how can we improve the football club, and that's no different from what it was last week, and it'll be no different from next week, and we'll always be that way, just trying to improve what we are today, and try and get better. It's simple as that.
And finally, do you have a message to the fans that travelled up to watch the game? You heard their disapproving remarks, shall we say, to the team?
In all honesty, you concentrate on the game, and if I got a message for them, the last thing they want me is to stand around and start apologising, this and that and different things. They know, I know, the players know. The mood in the dressing room was incredibly disappointing and low, and all that. So the lads are hurting, and I'm sure they'll go and react to that next week, and they'll make up for it.